Hey guys, welcome to part 13 of Intro to Programming. We're going to do another exercise today. And before we start, I really want to encourage you guys or emphasize the fact that you don't have to do it exactly like how I did it. There's plenty of different ways to do it. I'm just kind of giving you guys this exercise and then giving you my solution so you can see one way of doing it. So there's a lot of different right ways to do it. So I just want to throw that out there. Again, I'm going to run through the explanation of the exercise, and then if you guys would like to try to tackle it without me giving you any hints, go ahead and do so and pause the video. Otherwise, I'm going to give you guys the explanation, then go straight on to the hints and then to the solution. So let's get into it. All right, this is going to be a guessing game exercise. So write a guessing game program that will ask the user to guess a secret number from 1 to 100 inclusively. The program should keep reprompting the user to guess again until he or she guesses a secret number or hits the limit of all the guesses allowed. So you can give the user as many guesses allowed as you want to, and you'll see how that works later. You can give the user however many guesses that you would like to. Tell the user if they guess too high or too low before reprompting them again. So if the user guesses too low, tell them, hey, you guessed too low, and then ask them to put in another number. Keep a record in the form of an integer array of all the attempts made by the user. If the user has any remaining guesses, those attempts will be logged as zeros, the default value of integers of an integer if it is not assigned. So what I mean by that is every time a user guesses something, I want you to store that guess inside of an array, and that array should be instantiated as the size of how many guesses that are given to the user. So if the user is allowed 20 guesses for this game, then the array is going to be of size 20. But if the user guesses right on the 5th try, then they're going to have unique values all the way from 1 till 5, but all the other elements from 6 through 20 are going to be zeros, which is the default value of an integer. So you just don't have to do anything with that. You can just leave it as is, and those will be zeros. I hope that made sense. Okay, after the user wins or loses, congratulate them or scold them accordingly, and then print out each guess from the attempt log. So all the guesses that you store up here, I want you to store those in the array, and then print those out to the console. And then ask the user if he or she would like to play again. If they do want to play again, repeat the whole process. If they don't, say goodbye. Try and put all this code into different methods, and you'll call all of these from the main method. And I kind of expect five methods. You can break this out as many methods as you would like. But number 1, greet and get the username. 2, guess the number. 3, print the attempt log, which is what we got right here. 4, ask them to play again. And if they do want to play again, repeat all of these methods. And then if they don't want to play again, say goodbye and exit. All right, let's move on to the hints now. So method 1 is going to have no parameters, and it's going to return a string, which is a username. Method 2 is going to have one parameter, which is a secret number, and you can assign that whatever value you want, and then return an array of the attempts, so the attempt log that we talked about earlier. And then method 3, it's going to have two parameters, one of the attempt log that's returned by method 2, and then the username that's returned by method 1. And then method 4, it's going to return nothing because you're just printing the attempt log to the console, so it's not going to have any return value. Method 4 is going to have no parameters, but it's going to return a Boolean indicating if the user wants to play again, which would be true, or not, which would be false. And then method 5 is going to have the string parameter, which is your username, and it's going to return nothing because you're just going to say goodbye to the user and print that out to the console. Now, in the main method, a while loop should be run to allow the user to keep playing if they wish. All of the methods will be called inside of this while loop aside from method 5 because that would play after the while loop is broken. So basically, this is what's controlling your while loop and saying, while this value keeps repeating or spitting out true, keep playing methods 1 through 4. But if they don't want to play again and it returns false, then break them out of this while loop and then say goodbye with method 5. So I'm going to go ahead and run it just so you can see what it looks like, and then we'll move to the solution. Okay, so welcome to the secret guessing game. Please enter your name, Frodo. Please guess a number from 1 to 100. So right here, you can see that I actually wrote out the attempts. So attempt 1, 23, too low, 10, 5, 6, 8, 100. And it's telling me when it's too high or too low. Clearly, I'm not very good at this game. 45, 33, 22. This is my last attempt. I'm giving them 12 attempts. So if I said 77, which is not right, it's going to say Frodo's attempts, you lose, Frodo's attempts, 23, 10. It's going to see it logged all my guesses. And then it's going to ask me, would I like to play again? I'm going to hit Y for yes. And then it says it again. Welcome to the secret guessing game. Please enter your name. We'll do Samwise. Please guess a number from 1 to 100. Attempt 1. I'm going to guess it right in the first time just to get out of here, which is 25. It says, congratulations, you win. Samwise attempts 25, then 00000 because I didn't have to log those attempts. So would you like to play again? I'm just going to hit anything else but yes or Y. Thank you for playing, Samwise. Have a nice day. Okay, so let's see how this works. Okay, so here we have the main method, and we have 5 different methods inside of this main method. So bool play equals true. This is kind of like our controller variable, our flag variable. And then string name equals empty string. Now I'm saying while play up here is equal to true, repeat these 4 methods. And then here we have the first method, which is grabbing the username. And then here we have another one, which is like the meat and potatoes of the game, the guess number, which returns the attempt log. And then we print that attempt log out, and then we ask if the user wants to play again. If they do, then it's going to remain true, and we're going to keep playing. If they don't, this is going to be equal to false and evaluate to false, which will break the loop, and then farewell to the user. So let's run through each of these. So name equals username. Let's go down to username. Okay, we have welcome to the game. Please enter your name, capture the user input, and return the name. Very straightforward. And then we have guess number, and we pass in the secret number. So guess number. This is a big method. And then so it says please guess a number from 1 to 100. And then we have a attempt log array, like I talked about earlier, and that's going to be the size of how many guesses the user gets. And then we have a Boolean when, which is we're just instantiating it, initializing it to false, and you'll see why. Here we have a for loop that's going to run 12 times, so however many guesses they have. And so here you can see we have attempt 1, and this is where I'm printing out each attempt. So I'm just saying I plus 1, so it'll go run 1 through 12 rather than 0 to 11. And then I'm capturing that attempt right here. But remember, we have to parse it into an integer because every time you capture input from the console, it's read as a string. So we have to manually convert it into an integer. And then I'm storing that attempt right here into this position I inside of the array. So that's actually logging all of our attempts. And then if the attempt is too high, we're going to tell the user, hey, that's too high. If it's too low, we're going to say it's too low. If he guesses correctly, then when is going to be equal to true, and we're going to break outside the loop. So the reason why I initialized when is equal to false up here is because I'm only going to switch that to true if they guess the correct number. So if it is true, that means if when is equal to true, that means they won. But if this never gets switched to true, that means it'll be false when it gets to here. And then it won't hit this, it'll hit the else statement, and we'll say you lose. And then we're going to return the attempt log that we created throughout the entire loop. So if we go back up to this, we get the attempt log thrown back into this variable, and then we're printing that attempt log. So we're passing that array into the print log method, and then also we're passing the name into the print log method. Let's go down to print log. So here we have print log taking in the array and also the username. And then we're basically just saying, hey, here's your attempts. And then we're going through the entire loop and printing out each value at each position inside of the array. Oh, and if I didn't mention, you probably see that this does not have like curly braces in between here. I mean, you can do, this is normally what you would see, but if you only have one line of code underneath a for loop or like an if statement or something, you can actually omit the curly braces and it'll run just fine. So as you can see, I don't have curly braces with these one-liner if statements and stuff. You can do that. And then, so we're just printing that out to the console, and then we're coming back up here and back up to the main method. And then we're asking the user if they want to play again. If they do want to play again, go ahead and repeat the process. If they don't, then do the farewell method. So let's go down to play again and take a look at that. So play again right here. We're saying, would you like to play again? Enter yes or Y if you want to play again, or enter any other key to basically if you want to quit. So now we're capturing the user input right here. If user input is equal to yes or Y, we return true because they want to play again. Otherwise, we return false. You do not want to play again. And you can see that again. So this would be equal to true or false. And then while it's true, keep doing it over and over. If it's false, go ahead and do the farewell method, which is all the way down here. And it takes in the string username. And then we basically just say, thanks for playing, username. Have a nice day. So yeah, that's the entire exercise. I hope you guys got something out of this video. If there's something I didn't do well, please let me know, because I'm trying to improve every single time I'm doing these, and I really want to bring the best content possible. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.